Hi, good day everyone. My name is Jane Christine Marso. Ang tatalakayin natin ngayon is about the call for missiological studies students in an ecumenical spirits. So, this means that the church is encouraging deeper study about missionary work or missiology while promoting unity among Christian churches or ecumenism. So, ang mga mission kasi today is not only about the preaching but also understanding other cultures, religious, and Christian denomination. So, isimulan natin yung ating discussion about the ecumenical or meaning nito. So, it means working for unity and cooperation among all Christian churches worldwide. Andito yung Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox, etc. And it promotes dialogue, no? Respect and collaboration instead of competition or division. Example, a Catholic parish and a Protestant group joining together to conduct feeding program or magkakaroon ng mga youth Bible study. So, this is an example of ecumenical action. Next is the Vatican II on teaching missiological studies. Vatican II emphasized that a future missionaries must study about the teachings of the church on missions. So, kahit yung laws na related dun sa missionary work and the history also of evangelization and the current situation of missions because it is the best and most effective methods for spreading the gospels today. And the church is wants missionaries who are well-performed, knowledgeable, respectful of cultures, and capable of communicating the gospel effectively. Next naman natin is yung Redemptorist Mission or tinatawag na RM, number 85 on missionary formation. Ito kasing Redemptorist Mission, it is strengthened Vatican II's teaching by saying, una is yung missionary formation is the responsibility of the whole church. It should not be a side activity but central to Christian life. Even the Christian countries, no, kailangan nila ng new evangelization kasi maraming tao ang baptized pero hindi nila alam or they are not longer practicing their faith. Example yung the missionaries inspires both believers and unbelievers, no. Yun nga. May mga missionary na nagsiserve sa poor and live simply can touch the hearts of people more than preaching alone. Let's move on the importance of spreading missionary information. To promote mission awareness, the churches encourage the mission magazines, documentaries, videos and audio programs, and also the online evangelization. So, ito mga to is nagkikeep siya ng Christians informed and nag-inspire din siya to enjoy or support mission work. Next is the role of teachers, priests, and theologians. Next is the role of teachers, priests, and theologians. So, missionary formation is entrusted to priests, educators, seminary professors, and lay formation centers. So, these people must include the church's universal mission, ecumenical awareness, study of world religions, and missiology in their teaching. And some students kasi should be encouraged to specialize in missiology. So, the church has future experts or masanay doon about sa church. And next is the Vatican II's ecumenical breakthrough. So, it promoted dialogue and unity among Christian churches. This changed Catholic history. Before the Catholics and Protestants, it often works separately, and even suppose each other. And after Vatican II, nagkaroon ng cooperation increased and joint mission projects became possible and nagkaroon din ng mutual respect, depend. And next is the Catholic and Protestant mission working together. And over time, it became clear that Catholic and Protestant mission can no longer work as isolated groups. Hindi sila pwedeng magkahiwalay. And the unity makes mission work stronger. But cooperation is still sometimes challenging. So, merong example yung Bible translation projects tulad ng Catholic Protestant collaboration on Filipino version of the Bible. Next is the influence of the Protestant missiologists on Catholic missiology. So, it ends by acknowledging that Catholic missiology has learned a lot from Protestant scholars. One of the examples is David Bosque, no? A respected Protestant missiologist na kung saan siya yung sumulat ng Transforming Mission or a major influence in modern mission studies. Okay? In overall summary, ang sinasabi lang dito sa presentation is the church requires serious study for the future missionaries, and mission work must involve ecumenical unity and cooperation. And the Vatican II is often the new ways of Catholics to work with other Christian churches. And the modern mission requires understanding cultures, religions, and global issues. And also, the missionary formation must be well-planned, and present in every parish school and seminary. And Protestant contribution have enriched Catholic missiology. So, bakit nga ba? Or, bakit mahalaga itong pag-aralan? Yung mga katanungan na gano'n, di ba? And anong connection nito sa atin ngayon? Sa mga nangyayari sa atin ngayon? And also, bakit mahalaga itong pag-aralan? Ito kasi, it is studying missiological study and ecumenical spirit, no? Napaka-importante nito dahil it prepares future missionaries to spread the gospel wisely and also respectfully. So, they learn culture, history, religions, and the best ways is to communicate the faith. Hindi sapat yung preaching lang, kailangan din natin ng understanding at pagkakaroon ng respect. Sunod is it can help the church avoid conflict and misunderstanding. Kung hindi alam ng mga missionary yung mga about sa culture or paniniwala ng iba, pwedeng magdulot ito ng pag-aaway or misunderstanding, pagkakamali or pagkakaapi dun sa isang church. And it promotes also unity among Christians. Ecumenism teaches that Catholics, Protestants, and other Christian groups should work together, not fight each other. Example, kapag mayroong calamity, hindi nagtatanong yung mga Catholic or born again kung kaninong simbahan ka. They simply help or together this shows Christian unity. Sunod is, pwede rin itong strengthens the modern evangelization. So, marami ngayon mga baptized pero hindi na nagsisimba. And the missionary also today must know how to reach hearts using. So, good example, social media, community service, dialogue, and youth ministry. Ito yung mga tinatawag na new evangelizations. It also forms mature, compassionate, and responsible church leaders. Missiology teaches leaders to understand the people, respect differences, serve the poor, promote peace, and avoid discrimination. Sa madaling salita, it forms good Christian leaders. So, ano yung connection nito sa atin ngayon, no? Bakit nga ba? And, yun nga, tinuturuan lang tayo or tinuturuan tayo na maging open-minded and be respectful. So, sa mundo kasi ngayon or nangyayari sa atin ngayon, iba-iba yung relihiyon, napakarami na. And hindi na uso yung away na relihiyon. Ay, uso pa ba? Uso pa siguro. Ang mahalaga ay pagkakaisa ngayon kasi. And also, the respeto. Second is, it shows that mission is not only for priests or missionaries, but for all of us. Yun nga, every Christian is called to show kindness, help the poor, spread peace, and live the teachings of Jesus. Ito yung mga mission ngayon, no, sa modern world. And yun nga, it also help us to understand why unity among Christian matters. kapag magkahiwalay nga, yun nga, pag magkahiwalay at nag-aaway yung mga Christian churches, no, mas nagiging mahina yung mission, mas mahina yung witness, and mas malabo yung message ni Christ, no. Pero kapag united or nagkakaisa kayo, mas malakas yung impact, no. And it inspires young people to be involved in the church. Kasi yung mga youth groups are encouraged to learn about the mission, and it helps in charity, catechisms, community outreach, and also the environmental work. So, yung mga mission kasi today is active, no? Modern and mas meaningful sa mga kabataan or young people. And also reminds us na ang faith is hindi lang sa personal, but also it is communal. Our mission is to help others know God through service, justice, peace, unity, compassions. No? This connects directly to our everyday life. So yun nga, mahalaga itong pag-aralan, no? Dahil tinutulungan tayo ng missiology at communisms na maging makaintindi ng ibang relihiyon at Christian groups, na maging respectful at yun, maging epektibo or mas maging effective tayong tagapahayag ng gospel sa iba. And yung connection nito sa atin ngayon is nagpapakita na ang missionary ay hindi lang magpapare ka, magmamadre, kundi tungkulin ng lahat ng Kristiyano or nating lahat. Tumulong, magmahal at maghatid ng pagkakaisa or magkaroon ng pagkakaisa tayong lahat or ang mga tao. Yun lang po. Bye-bye!